Welcome back, survivors. I'm the Survivalvis, and we return to Carnivores Genesis, where to start things off, I have to give everybody a gigantic thank you for all the feedback, views, comments, and support that you gave to the Carnivores Genesis Redux sneak peek last week. I just checked before I started recording. The video is up to 378 views on the channel. It is easily the highest performing video I've ever put out so far, and it's also boosted like the concurrent views of all time across the channel to over 30,000. So I have to... Ow. Well, two big thumbs up to you guys. I had the arm in the way of doing that, so apologies if there's a little bit of a rumble there in the sound. But thank you guys so much, and all the feedback that you provided has definitely helped Saurian, and it's just amazing to see how good the community is to turn out and force like that to both check it out for themselves and also leave comments and questions, everything like that going forth. It was amazing. Also, thank you to all the new subs that I gained on the channel as well. Saurian really, that share really boosted a lot of stuff for us, so everything has been amazing working with him, and like both of us have gotten great feedback, I think, from even just that single one so far. We won't be doing Redux this week because we do have to work up to the points, because I think what there's left to show, it was the revolver, the rifle, and then I think it might have been the sniper rifle. I know there's a little bit that we didn't get to show off last week. I'm going to first focus on just getting some more points in the public release Genesis, keep that series rolling. And as we get closer to some of the other stuff that is new in Redux, we will do the next episode. But that may be another week or two. And as I said when the last one went up, we're going to show it off when there's the new content and get a direct side-by-side comparison of two videos that day. This week, though, we're going to cool things off a little bit just with basic Genesis again. And I've got to see what we want to do today, because we've got a nice amount of points now, 355. The Dilophosaurus last week, me and Saurian were talking about, it does seem that perhaps there was a mortal zone accidentally left in with him, why he was so fragile on the public release. As you saw in the Redux video, he's a lot tougher than that, but I don't know if we'll go for more of them this week. I'm tempted to go for a Carno. The only problem is we don't really have a lot of stuff we can use to go after him, so we'll probably have to grind a few points up. But maybe what we'll do is, maybe we'll take a look at the Expo, because that's something we actually haven't really seen so far. And maybe we'll do... Actually, we can snag a lot of guys with that. And we still have a lot of points left over, too. That might be nice. Maybe what we'll do... Ruins of Atar is one we still yet to check out. Maybe we'll go to the Bezinda Desert, because we've only done a couple of episodes there. And try doing this kind of big roster, and just see what points come in. And this also lets us check out the Expo, or the Expo version 2, which is a weapon we haven't used yet in Genesis. So everything's looking pretty good. We'll go during the day. Or should we do dawn? You know what? We'll stick to day. We'll stick to just day. Day, Tranquilizer's on for the points. Everything is looking good. We got the roster. I think you've listened to me ramble enough. You're here for the hunting, so let's get right on in. Okay, so we're all loaded into Bezinda Desert here, and we are, in the very southwestern corner of the map. And going back into the Redux stuff, because there's so much to talk about, because, again, you guys did an amazing job with all the feedback, comments, and things you'd like to see. The biggest thing does seem to be that the maps are all good, and I agree. The maps, I don't think, really need too much, like, touches or details to them. There might be small things, like just some graphical updates to some of the ambient animals, but for the most part, I have to agree that the maps are just fine as they are. It does seem that Genesis just needs more of a unique roster to itself. Now, that might not mean the entire roster needs to be redone. As some of you guys also mentioned, is it feels like the Dilophosaurus, the Carnotaurus, and the Mantelodon are all things that could stay mostly untouched. Maybe a few updates here or there, but they still feel like new and unique enough animals that they are, like, good standalone quality still. It's everything else that's mostly like a reskin or a little bit of a retexture, or not, like small things where you can tell it's just the base animals again, where the focus might want to shift towards. So all that feedback Saurian has been listening to, and he's been very appreciative to all you guys for that. And again, I've been appreciative to you guys too for checking in the sneak peek, letting us hear your thoughts, and leaving all the comments and feedback. It has been very helpful. So together, we'll basically see a Regenesis coming out eventually. And then we also got a little bit of I don't know if it's an exclusive little bit of sneak peek to what Tormer's been working on. He's the, I think, kind of like project head behind the Jurassic Park mods, the Jurassic Park Hunter Legends and Jurassic Park Revolution. He's actually working on, I don't think it's like an update. It's almost like a DLC expansion to go on to Jurassic Park Hunter Legends that centers mostly around the Jurassic Park 3 stuff. Like, it was probably one of the least seen movies in the entire franchise, but I had seen it. Oh, just a little Dimetrodon over the ridge there. I've seen it. It hasn't been bad. Well, it could be better. It's admittedly not the best, but it's still a Jurassic Park one, so the dinosaurs are pretty good in that. But he's working on doing a new update to Jurassic Park Hunter Legends that includes a lot more focus into stuff like that. So, more like map locations, and the character going to look more... You'll get to see Alan Grant being attacked by dinosaurs. I'm going to make that as a return for Jurassic Park Hunter Legends. And it sounds like there's, like, development is in good swing things. There's a lot of stuff planned out, and we'll look very forward to that, because one of the things is we aren't exactly running out of Carnivores mods to showcase on the channel, but I know there are people who still wanted us to cover more of the DLCs and the tucked away stuff and things like that. Oh, there's a trike out there. Or the DLCs, or the optional stuff, and other animals in the roster, stuff like that, where, because I only did the base game, we did kind of miss out on those and then moved on to something else. But this way, if we stagger out between when the base series goes, we can always come back, and we won't feel that kind of like burnout if it's gone on to... Oh, right, the wind. I don't think I could have been seen, but the wind was kind of a pain there for us. But doing it this way, where we stagger out which mods and when the DLC is, I think it helps the channel feel a little more fresh, because it's not always the same things coming out over and over and over. And also gives us a little bit of a revisit to remember what's good about each of the mods that we've gone through and done. Yeah, so it's coming in. I don't want to move because it is coming in pretty nice and good. I just don't know the crossbow. Again, I don't know the best sightings for it. Oh, just little moss drops. Yeah, once you come... Oh, shoot. Let it get a little too close. Yeah, I'm going to have to play around with the crossbow and try to figure out its ranging, but we'll give that a little shot and keep trying. It does seem to be... Maybe the Para is going to be a good one to go after, because it is kind of getting itself tucked into this little canyon area there. As you can see on the map, because it's going mostly northwest, it's just going to probably funnel along this big ridge here. So we'll probably get another chance going for it. Oh, yeah, speaking of, there it is. It's just going to be, again, the slow kind of sneak towards it. And how are the series sitting for carnivores right now? I think they're all sitting pretty good. Jurassic Park Hunter Legends, oh, that's one thing I meant to do. Well, I guess Jurassic Park Hunter Legends will be the guest area, or best one to kind of start into that, but there is a keybind in the games in Carnivores for strafing. And it works. It's not kind of like you're stepping left, stepping right. It's a weird, you hold it down, and then your mouse movements will kind of tell how your character moves. Carnivores is a little bit of a unique beast, because its keybinds, I think, were more set up for a different area on the keyboard than you're used to. Like, I'm sure everybody's heard of WASD and how that controls. I think this one was actually... I don't know how it was really set up, because it had some unique changes and unique take on how you should move for the vanilla keybinds that are in the game. Whenever I start up a mod, that's one thing I always have to do is... Oh, I wonder where the parasaur went. Oh, right up there. One of the things I have to do is reset all the keybinds to something that's more comfortable for me to do. Oh, actually, aside from it being kind of, like, spread off, I think we saw where that landed. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, it looks like it's going up to the right. Honestly, don't know how close we're really getting, but it seems like we're at least able to get this max distance just using the main reticle. I think. I don't know for sure, because we haven't really been doing that good. And we have not been seeing that running off at all. Oh! There we go. I don't know if that was the only shot to hit, and it was just a one shot was all it needed, or we were actually landing the others. I doubt it was the others, because I think we probably would have seen it go scampering off if that was the case. But at least we managed to land a shot. So we got our first animal down, just a simple parasaur. But we can also see what else we can try aiming for. And now, the biggest thing we're going to be fighting is probably the wind. As you guys can see, it wants to be blowing in the northeast, so it's going to be a little harder to sneak up on some animals. But then, because we aren't using any of our archery equipment, we're using our pistol and the shotgun, we're going to be able to do a lot more, basically just like bum rushing almost, to call it what it is. Okay, we're going to go for a little run, because I don't think there's anything really all that close to us. I do like the sounds the Sinraptor makes. And those are pulled directly from the Carnivores Dinosaur Hunter Reborn game. That one that's out on Steam and stuff like that for... I think it's still pretty cheap. If you are curious about it, I would see it just kind of follow and wait for it to go on sale. I think the biggest thing against it is just that there's not enough content in it. Like, the base roster is very tiny. I think it's, what, Parasaur, Ankylosaur, Stegosaur, Trike, Cerato, and T-Rex. I don't even think it had the same, like, comparable roster to the very first ever Carnivores game to come out. I'm trying to remember how big that roster was. I can't recall it off the top of my head. Let's see, I know there was the Stego, and the Parasaur, and the Trike, and the Allo for sure, and the T-Rex. I know there was more than that. I know the roster was a little bit more fleshed out than the Dinosaur Hunter Reborn. Okay, there's a reply, and that is the Trike coming in. So you can just see him right up there on the horizon. I guess we'll just... I don't think the cactuses will actually give us anything like cover or line of sight protection as we sneak in close. I think unless it's like a solid object you can't walk through, I think the dinosaurs can see you right through anything, so... It's only things that actually have a proper... Oh, actually maybe they will, because these do have hitboxes to them. I think if we were to shoot them, we would see the kind of like dirt splash effect. I'm really surprised that that nobody's really tried to take the dinosaur hunting genre or a dinosaur hunting game really forward at all. I know the Hunter Primal was probably the closest thing we've had in a long time since, or comparatively to it. And I do think that game would have actually been a lot better if they had just taken the exact route they did with the Hunter, instead of trying to make it this weird pseudo-survival-esque thing. That just felt really bizarre for them. And I think we saw it just trying to run over there. It might have either heard us coming or saw us coming. Yeah, there it is, bolting off there. Okay, so it might not be as easy to get him. We'll just trying to sneak along and see. The wind and hearing, I think, are going to be the hardest things. But if we can at least kind of like use the ridge here, it's not too far out. So we might actually just be able to use the pistol and get a few long shots on them. I might even actually be able to kind of figure out where the visual threshold is. And if I sit behind here and I don't move forward, I think we can start pulling him in. And once he's close enough, we can basically just spring up with the pistol and just unload into it. Oh, nope. I don't know how it detected us because we weren't moving. And we should have been blocked by the mountain in the hill there, so I don't know how it managed to kind of figure out where we were. That's one of the things, is it'd be nice to get a real updated game with, like, more, smart animal AI, and also have a little few more things at your disposal as a hunter. Because right now, the only reliable way of, like, cover in that, I feel, is, well, trying to do what I did, but which showed that wasn't exactly reliable, but also having to use the modifiers of camouflage and cover scent and stuff like that to be able to get close to some animals. Like, I think that's one of the difficult things might actually be in carnivores. Just let's see. I just want to see if we get some pot shots off it. And we'll keep following along, because I think we did at least get one shot. It was pretty far out, but I thought I saw the little, like, spray up. One of the hardest things in carnivores might be the very start, because it does usually have you need to use a pistol to go after highly skittish animals like a parasaur or... Oh, just a Metrodon walking around over there. Actually, is that a different... It might just be the distance, but I thought that was a different, like, textured skin to it. There we go. Okay, so we got a trike and a parasaur. We still got a couple of others on the roster we can try getting. I didn't really hear anything back, so I'm a bit surprised at that. Oh, what are... Okay, I think I'm going to try going over there. Oh, it's not even that deep. I was trying to figure out... Wait, didn't I just jump in the water? Why am I not under? Okay, so those are just some of those cacti from over there. Oh, just a galley. Actually, I don't even think there's anything on this little island, is there? Yeah, I don't think there's anything that spawned on this little island, so I guess we'll just use this as a little bit of a skipping stone up to the little... I guess it is sort of like a cove or a bay up north of us there. We'll head up there, go across, see what we can find, and probably look at wrapping the episode up. The crossbow, I do wish I was a little more accurate with it, so I could have used it a bit more. But at least we have gotten a few more points, so I think next week we may be able to either go after the Carnivores, which would probably be pretty fun. I imagine Carnivores is a really... Probably like the Majungatholus, or Majungatholus pronunciation sometimes can be back and forth. Apologies for that. But it's probably going to be an agile, almost like a charging bull sort of dinosaur. I mean, that's literally what Carnivores means. Or that's kind of like the Latin translation. Or no, translation from Latin. Don't know why I'm stepping over myself a little bit. But basically was meat-eating bull. And I mean, when you look at a Carnivores and all the depictions of it, you can easily see why. It doesn't exactly look like it was one to do more than chase down and batter its prey before it might be able to get it. Oh, there's somebody. And, of course, the wind wants to be a pain. Okay, well, maybe we're not even going to call, because calling has not exactly been working so far for us, but we're going to try... Alright, we're not going to run. Maybe we'll try using the shotgun and see if we can get close just by, like, walking like this. Well, kind of. We saw it up over that hill. Now, the only question is, where is it going to run to, or how far? It can actually be a little surprising how fast some of the dinosaurs actually are when you can't even see them moving. You'd think they'd be a little more slow and complacent, then all of a sudden it's poking up over the hill and sees you. And Metrodon just kind of waddling his way around. Okay. I almost feel like maybe he's over this way. Because Oh, Jesus. Okay, I was not expecting that all of a sudden. Like, I thought he'd actually ran off and then just, peekaboo, we're here. It's a good thing that the Ankylosaur isn't one of the dangerous animals, otherwise we probably would have gotten our head clubbed in there. But that should keep him basically stuck around the... Yeah, he's probably going to be stuck kind of looping around this area, so... I don't think it'll be too hard to get him down with what we still got to go. And pistol does have some nice shots in it, but it's more the time frame I'm looking at here. We do have to, again, we're still watching the time for all of our episodes to keep them between 20 to 25 minutes. That usually provides an okay amount of time for me to be able to let them slowly upload. Okay, so you... Looks like you went around to the south end. Oh! Hi! Not expecting to see one of you. I don't know if I should try for him or just wait out the Ankylo. You know what? That might actually be a very good opportunity here because of the way that he is on that ridge. Maybe I can sneak close using the shotgun. And we can try taking down the trike, and then even get the Ankylo as a bonus. Because I think the Triceratops is one of the creatures in Carnivores Genesis that does have, for sure, a mortal zone to it. And I think it's around the eye. I think that's just because... I'm not sure how much data actually gets transferred over from, like, taking in a model or taking the information from a model. So I'm not sure if, like, the mortal zone values and all that carry over or not. But it seems like that's what's happened for the trike, the Dilophosaurus, and the T-Rex. Must have heard me, so I think it's probably gone. Well, if that's the case, we still at least have our failsafe of the Ankylo over here. Or we should. Maybe I'll use the shotgun again, just because it might be we're going to pop over a hill and all of a sudden it's going to be its face looking right at us. Okay, now it sounds like it's on the other side of the mountain. It feels like it's a ring around the rosy with these sometimes, especially in this little area here. Like, this little tip always seems to get a dinosaur kind of stuck around it, and then it's going back and forth of where is it exactly. This might even be better to take the high ground for a little bit of looking around. We just do not want to fall into this. So oh, come on, we were able to, I think, climb up here the other time. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So, we've got the high ground up here. There you are. Oh, come on, we should be able to get you. There we go. And just quickly, I'm going to see about maybe the trike, because we still have a number of pistol shots left. Oh, there you are. I'm gonna have to see if we can catch up to him before he goes too far around the tip here. It does sometimes just turn into a game of cat and mouse where it's chasing them down. Did we really get a more... Okay, I think there's something a little weird with the trike as well, because we got a mortal zone on him. I don't think we've actually taken any shots on it before this, though. And this reminds me a lot of that one bow shot from behind that we had a couple of weeks back on the trike, where we got it down in the one shot as well, so I don't know if there's... Mortal Zone, I keep accidentally hitting and we do good, but we'll definitely take the points. Won't complain there. So we'll head back with these and see how we're looking, but that might very well set us up for a good Carno hunt come next week. Okay, we're back in the menu, so we shot up to 384, which is a nice amount, so that will let us do, like, the Carno and, well, maybe a few things, not that much, but we're at least a little step closer. So maybe what we'll do is we'll actually go on another Dilophosaurus hunt next week, because they seem to provide a lot of points in. Now, granted, it also was because they were kind of a weaker little guy. Like, the Mortal Zone seemed to be pretty apparent that we were getting often, but overall, we are making good progress through Carnivores Genesis. We've really only got 3 more animals on the roster to show off, and 3 weapons on the roster. It's 3 and 3, so everything's looking pretty good. Thank you guys very much, though, for joining me on Carnivores Genesis this week. And once again, another big thank you to all of the viewers, subscribers, and commenters who provide so much feedback on the little sneak peek into Carnivores Redux, or Carnivores Genesis Redux. I know it's really going to help Saurian and all of the team he's working with on the reboot or kind of re-updates to Carnivores Genesis to kind of bring it up to more, just a higher quality. And thank you all for checking out my channel and the video I did as well. It really, really does mean a lot, and thank you all very much for all the support you've given towards it. So, in the meantime, survivors, thank you as always, and please remember to take care and stay alive.